Hello, you are on Channel Real Books, and today we'll discuss sleep and rest. When we were kids, we were reminded time and again that sleep is important for growing children. We had our own nap time schedules, which we hated, and our parents had to lovingly force us to take a nap. Now that we are all grown up and working and in need of longer hours of sleep, we oftentimes find it impossible to take even just a short nap. With the hustle and bustle we have to face each day, sleep is one of the easiest things that we can compromise. However, experts don't think it is a good idea. For an adult to function properly, the optimal amount of sleep they need is from 7 to 8 hours of good sleep each night. We have all heard about the negative effects of sleep deprivation. Aside from health risks, studies say that it is also one of the main causes of auto accidents. If you think you are too busy to get enough sleep, think about your priorities and your health. You need to be in good health to function at your best. Try to schedule more hours for sleep and relaxation. The positive effects are endless. Here are the top 12 benefits and importance of rest and sleep. Sleep boosts your immune system. When you are young and still in the best of health, you'll probably not pay a great deal of attention on whether or not you get enough sleep. Usually, this is because you're not attuned to the effects yet. However, several studies show that lack of sleep weakens our immune system in the long run. It also makes our bodies more susceptible to viruses that will cause several ailments. On the other hand, if we pay attention to the importance of rest and sleep and by having a good, regular sleep pattern, it will help keep those viruses at bay. Mayo Clinic explains further. During sleep, your immune system releases proteins called cytokines, some of which help promote sleep. Some of them need to increase when you have an infection or inflammation, or when you're under stress. Sleep deprivation may decrease the production of these protective cytokines. In addition, infection-fighting antibodies and cells are reduced during periods when you don't get enough sleep. The second is that sleep improves your memory. Sometimes it feels like we can't retain anything we hear, read or see, and apparently one of the causes is lack of sleep. Conversely, getting enough sleep activates something in our brains that will solidify memories. The National Sleep Foundation did a study to test how our brains can improve our memory. And the researchers tested this process by teaching people new skills and then scanning their brains after a period with or without sleep. What they found out was this. When people have a chance to sleep, for example, after practicing a skill similar to piano scales, the centers of the brain that control speed and accuracy are more active than those regions in people who haven't slept. Thus, the scientists think that while we sleep, memories and skills are shifted to more efficient and permanent brain regions, making for higher proficiency the next day. They also found out that sleep also helps us synthesize new ideas, not just remember the old ones. While you're sleeping, pieces of knowledge can be pulled together from different experiences and parts of the brain to create novel concepts of aha moments. That's a big help when you're trying to solve a problem or make an advance in your work. The next one is that sleep restores and energizes. Lack of sleep makes us weak. As you're probably aware from experience. We tend to get lightheaded and lose our energy when we've only had a few minutes of shut-eye. And then once we focus on the importance of rest and sleep and let ourselves get enough sleep, everything will get to back normal. Why is this so? Here's the explanation from Mother Nature Network. When you sleep, your body and brain re-energize cells, clear waste, and create memories. These processes are key to protecting your overall health and regulating specific functions that guide your mood, appetite, cognitive abilities, and libido. The article furthered that hormones, including growth hormones, cortisol, thyroid-stimulating hormones, and insulin, peak in the night hours. These hormones repair tissues and build muscles, and they are also essential in functions like appetite control, mood regulation, and sex drive. This is why you're usually hungry when you wake up, because your body is at work while you sleep. The next is sleep stimulates creativity. Most often, people in the workplace struggle with creativity, and lack of sleep might be the culprit. Studies say that REM sleep, or rapid eye movement sleep, actually contributes tremendously in making people become more creative. Here are the studies to prove this. At the University of California at Davis, researchers used a protocol called a remote associate test to quantify increases in creativity. They divided test subjects into 3 groups right before taking the test. One group was allowed to rest but not sleep. Another was allowed to experience NREM sleep but was roused before REM, and the other was allowed to reach the REM stage. Those in the rest and NREM groups showed no increase in creativity as measured by RAT, whereas those recently woken from REM sleep showed an increase in capacity. US San Diego scientists also found that participants scored 40% better of a creativity test after REM sleep. REM seems to spark solutions to new creative problems better than any other stage of sleep, suggesting that sleep on it may in fact be sound advice. The next one is sleep helps with weight management. Time and again, people struggle with weight issues. They claim to have tried everything: follow a restrictive diet, eat healthily, and exercise regularly. But apparently, getting your ideal weight requires more than that. Aside from eating healthy, dieting, and exercising, the importance of rest and sleep should not be overlooked. You need it in achieving your ideal weight. Shape.com explains why it is very important to get enough sleep if you want to lose weight. Within just 4 days of sleep deprivation, your body's ability to properly use insulin, the master storage hormone, becomes completely disrupted. In fact, the University of Chicago researchers found that insulin sensitivity dropped by more than 30%. Here's why that's bad. When your insulin is functioning well, fat cells remove fatty acids and lipids from your bloodstream and prevent storage. When you become more insulin resistant, fats, lipids, circulate in your blood and pump out more insulin. Eventually, this excess insulin ends up storing fat in all the wrong places, such as tissues like your liver. And this is exactly how you become fat and suffer from diseases like diabetes. The next is, sleep helps you stay mentally and emotionally fit. Another importance of rest and sleep is that it affects your mental and emotional health. Having a healthy mental and emotional health depends largely on how well you sleep, and most people will attest to this. In fact, when people don't get enough sleep, they tend to get moody and entertain negativity. A sleepy baby is usually very cranky and irritable. Same goes for grown-ups. Harvard Health has a more detailed explanation of how this goes. The brain basis of a mutual relationship between sleep and mental health is not yet completely understood, but neuroimaging and neurochemistry studies suggest that a good night's sleep helps foster both mental and emotional resilience. On the other hand, chronic sleep disruption set the stage for negative thinking and emotional vulnerability. The next one is that sleep improves concentration and productivity. We all want to be productive, especially at work. But if we are tired and stressed, we cannot expect to hit the same productivity levels as when we are well rested and stress-free. Lack of sleep shuts down our focus and concentration, which will then have a big impact on our productivity. Getting enough rest is key for cementing what you've learned during the day. If you are sleep deprived, you have a higher chance of having a poor working memory compared with those who are getting an ideal amount of sleep. Even if you're moderately sleep deprived, you'll have a 50% slower response time and a lower accuracy rate on simple tasks than someone who is under the influence of alcohol. The next one is that sleep beautifies. It slows down the aging process. Perhaps one of the most interesting benefits of sleep is its ability to delay aging. We all worry about our wrinkles, creases, and lines on our skin. Of course, we all age, but a tired person usually ages before their time, as opposed to someone who who is stress-free and relaxed, that person ages gracefully. There are several factors that can help slow down the aging process, and one of them is getting a good night's sleep regularly. The next advantage is that sleep makes you happier. Just like a cranky baby who is lacking sleep, a sleep-deprived person is usually a not-so-happy person. Lack of sleep can bring out a whole range of negative thoughts. In fact, a new research can cause an anxiety disorder. That's why you should focus on the importance of rest and sleep. Getting enough sleep has a big role in our own happiness. The Happier blog magazine explains how having enough sleep is crucial to achieving happiness. When people describe their own levels of happiness, being well-rested comes out on top. Researchers Daniel Kahneman and Alan B. Kruger found in their research on life satisfaction a direct correlation between sleep quality and overall happiness. In fact, they found sleep quality was the single most influential factor in rating daily mood too. The next advantage is that sleep can make you eat fewer calories. If you're one of the millions of people aiming to lose weight, you would be familiar with one of the main challenges that dieters face. That is, how to stop yourself from taking in more calories. The sad truth, though, is that the more you convince yourself to eat less, the more you will be tempted to eat. And that is so frustrating. This is why you should consider the importance of sleep. Studies say that when you get enough sleep, you tend to eat less calories, and vice versa. So individuals who are sleep deprived eat more calories. And the last one is that sleep can help you experience less pain. Another interesting importance of rest and sleep is its ability to increase your tolerance for pain. You might be asking, what has sleep got to do with my sensitivity to pain? Well, there are a number of studies supporting this claim. The most recent one is a 2015 study performed by a fellow from the Norwegian Institute of Public Health in Bergen, which was published in the official publication of the International Association of the Study of Pain. This study, which was featured in Science Daily magazine, reports that people with insomnia and other sleep problems have increased sensitivity to pain. While this may not directly affect people who are not experiencing pain, according to Anand O'Connor of the New York Times, scientists believe that this has implications for people with chronic pain. So there you go. If you want to be more tolerant to pain, better get enough sleep. So sleep is an issue for many people, and it's a wonder that we have managed to cope with a chronic lack of sleep as well as many have. All too often, we forget the importance of rest and sleep. We usually treat it as a commodity that we can exchange for something that will give us more value, like working more to get ahead, binge watching your favorite show on Netflix, or hanging out with friends. Sometimes we feel like 24 hours in a day is not enough for all the things we want to accomplish. Therefore, we feel that we have to compromise our sleep. But it is taking its toll. There are long-term consequences of poor sleep or lack of sleep, and understandably, there is a strong relationship between sleep and stress, for good or bad. In fact, it has recently been reported people have died because of overwork. Seriously, people have died. You may think, how on earth does someone not realize their bodies aren't machines and come to the awareness of the importance of rest and sleep to be able to function? That's why, as early as now, our understanding of the relationship between sleep and stress is vital to steer our focus to what will give us more value in the long run, our health. That was all. Thanks for watching.